So in today's video, we're going to be looking at Radium, Camino, and we're going to be looking at the $1,000 deposit. Now, I opened this position about 24 hours ago so we can see true returns. What I'm getting a lot of is, hey, you always share the really big numbers, how you're earning hundreds of thousands of dollars over on Aerodrome, or how you have hundreds of thousands of dollars over on Aave, and you're borrowing and lending, and I get it. But can you give me some more realistic numbers? What if I have $1,000 or a couple $1,000s? So we're doing this series to kind of showcase that and kind of help you navigate that. So we did do a video, again, 24 hours ago it was filmed. These videos won't be released back to back, but we took $1,000, did a Sol USDC position over on Radium, and let's have a look at how that's performing. Plus we can dive deeper into the actual Solana network. So just to be clear, as the test or as the educational piece, I did a Sol in USDC position. I wouldn't recommend this in a massive bull market. What I would recommend is going over to Camino, which you can see I have $14,000 lent on Camino, and I could borrow against it. My Sol is earning 7.42%. Big win. Please be aware that APRs and APYs do change depending on the day and the volume. But as of right now, earning 7.42% APY on my Sol, so I don't miss out on the upside of that. And then if I wanted to, I could borrow against it, let's just say $1,000, and put it into a Sol USDC. If I don't do the borrowing part of things, then I would have to ensure that I'm in a correlated pair so I don't miss out on the appreciation of both. If you want more videos on how I think about borrowing, lending, and making sure that if I'm not doing that, I'm in correlated pairs, especially in a bull market, do let me know in the comments below. To find lending opportunities, just as a bit of an extra here, you can go to Defi Llama, go down to categories. From categories, you can go to lending, and you can have a peek at highest. You can organize these any way you want, but this is from highest TVL down, and you can have a look at which chains are applicable to each platform. And as you can see, Camino would be the biggest for Solana with $2.4 billion total value locked. So Camino is awesome. Plus, they have more than just borrowing and lending. You can actually get into different positions on different protocols. That said, that disclaimer out the way, let's have a look at how this $1,000 has performed since yesterday. And it's been pretty much a perfect 24 hours. As you can see, I've earned over $10 in yield off this position. So that is basically 1%. So pretty close to what it's, the approximate APR is 406. I say this is closer to 365-ish percent because it's literally 1% in one day. So super awesome returns on that. But I had just over $1,000 that I put into this position. Now it's $1,028. So let's just call that another $25. So that's $35. That's more like 3.5% in 24 hours if you take the appreciation of that position. Now, what you might be thinking is, hey, Lucas, that's great, but you were in a 50-50 position of Sol and USDC. Now you're 75% Sol. So some of your Sol is being sold off and converted to USDC, meaning you'd be missing out on the appreciation of Sol, and that is absolutely correct. That's what we call impermanent loss. So knowing that, especially if you see the price of an asset and you're predicting and you're having a look at the charts and you're like, hey, this thing is only going to go up and to the right. Obviously, it's going to go up and down, but overall, we're in a bull market. You may not want to just go straight Sol USDC. Again, like I shared, you might want to lend out Sol. So maybe you'll buy $2,000 of Sol. You lend it out so you don't miss out on the appreciation. Then you can take half of that, just like we do on Aave for Aerodrome yield farming, and you could actually get into a Sol position. And now you don't care if you keep getting priced out because this is purely for cash flow, 1% per day. I'll take it all freaking day long, all day long. And I don't care if I keep getting converted into USDC. I can basically snuggle, rebalance, and adjust my ranges as the price of Sol keeps going up. So I get the best of both worlds because again, Sol's not only going to go up and to the right. And so when it's bouncing around, I'm earning cash flow on this. And when it's shooting up and to the right, I'm seeing appreciation on my actual position. Again, that's a great mini representation of what we do over on Aave and over on Aerodrome. Is I have $200,000 worth of BTC and ETH because I don't want to sell that and I don't want to miss out on the appreciation of that. I can borrow against it, keep a healthy loan to value ratio, which is always around 40% for me. And I can take that and actually use it over on Aerodrome or wherever I want to earn. Again, target is 100% APR per year. That is typically my target. Sometimes the volumes are higher, sometimes the volumes are lower. This is pretty typical what you can expect. And I try to optimize for that. So I'm happy with 100% returns. A lot of people chase yield and they're going after something crazy. Now, again, this is 365% plus or 3.5% over the last 24 hours with appreciation. Again, this doesn't always last. I'm happy with 80% or more per year on my money. I'm just like, I remember when I even first started discovering this space and I was like, you mean I can do 20, 30% per year? And that's what actually got my attention. I see a lot of people, they're the other way around. They're like, well, if I can't earn 1% per day, then it's not worth my time. And I'm like, if you only understood even how much 50% a year, if you average 50% a year on your portfolio, I don't care how small you start and how little you keep contributing, you're running circles around Wall Street all day long. And I think the space is pretty unsophisticated. So there's a lot of people who they see 100%. They're like, what? Why would I even? That's not even worth it. I'm like, oh, that's worth it. Learn the skill. Oh, but I only have $1,000 to start with. Perfect. Start with $1,000. Master the skill. I mean, will you become a multi-millionaire with $1,000? No. But as you get more capital, as you increase your skills, as you make more money in life, you're able to more confidently invest in this space so that eventually you'll have 10 grand and $100,000. And now the needle really starts moving forward. So anyway, so far, really happy with this portfolio. In the comments, let me know if you want me to do a bit of a series. Like every few weeks, I could do a video updating, smaller amounts in a portfolio that's getting started from humble beginnings, which, by the way, we all start here, just so we're clear. When you see someone with millions of dollars in assets, they didn't start there. Chances are very high they didn't start there. I know some people do. I definitely didn't. I know what being 40, 50K in debt is. But maybe it'll be nice to see kind of real yields on smaller amounts. Again, 26 plus 10, $36. If I just closed this position, took profit, I made $36 in 24 hours on $1,000. That is insane. Blows my mind. And if you want more details on lending, borrowing, like how I really assess loan to value, how I continue to repay my debt and how I think through that, or just even my aerodrome positions. Again, remember, APRs fluctuate. So right now it's showing 235%. In 10, 15 seconds, it might show 60%. Don't get too concerned over the day-to-day fluctuation of your APR. We're looking at annualized. What are we actually doing? All things considered, including appreciation of my assets sitting on Aave and the cash flow from this portfolio. And again, on average, sometimes I see this, it says 40%. It's not like I don't freak out. Now it's 124. We've got to get beyond the short-term, gambly, oh my God, emotional aspect of this. We have to get beyond that. I see people get out of range and then they get emotional and they do the craziest things because the market's dumped and then they lock in their losses and the market's right back where it was 24, 48 hours later. We've got to play this very differently than we've been playing in the past. If you want a different result, you got to change, well, not only yourself, but also what you're doing. I think a lot of people in this space are unwilling to do it. I hope this YouTube channel gives a real look at what's actually possible in this space, but also just really shifting our kind of mindset and our view of this space from gamblers to investors. If this channel has helped you in any way, shape, or form, make sure you like it, subscribe to the channel, and in the comments below, let me know what's landing. Those comments help us more than you know, and it also gives YouTube this sense of community, and so it means the world to us. And so if anything landed, or if you want to add or contribute, leave a comment. And if this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, share it with someone else who's maybe they're gambling and you want them to turn into investors. Share this video with them. With that said, I'm going to get out of here. Again, like, subscribe. And with that said, we'll see you in the next. Peace.